Hello, everybody. Yes, I am back again because it is getting closer and closer to the first workshop. This is the Empower Second Annual Conference. And so we have some more guests coming in. Right here, we have the lovely Lynn. How are
I
you?
am fantastic and so excited to be here.
Amazing, amazing. Now, what workshops are you looking forward to?
I'm actually looking forward to them all because there's a piece of everything that I am looking forward to being filled at.
Nice. So, what does it mean to empower?
It just means to be filled up and to find that inner self, to find that piece where God is looking to give you that extra power and show you who you are.
I love that because sometimes we forget, right?
We really forget. We get busy with life and forget what God made us and the power that God gave us to be who we are.
I love that. And in those times when you kind of get lost, that's when it get a little rocky, don't
It gets rocky and we forget who we are and we forget the power we have
it?
and we forget to turn to God and remember who and what we are and whose we are.
I love that because it's important to know who you belong to. Because you could belong to something else, mainly your will.
Absolutely, absolutely. 'Cause that does get in the way.
Yes, most definitely, most definitely. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
You know what? I am now an empty nester. I've raised my kids. I have three kids that are now successfully out on their own. I have two grandchildren that are growing, learning, kind of coming into their own, looking for a little bit of that piece of faith on their own now. They both kind of love to get into church, and they're kind of looking for that relationship piece.
I love that.
So I'm loving to see that piece that is growing also.
I love that. So, as an empty nester, have you picked up any extra hobbies or?
I actually have. I've
Ooh.
kind of found a little bit more of myself, and I'm spending more time on myself, more time with myself, and I'm actually finding a little bit more time with God. So I've actually picked up watercoloring. So I picked
Ooh.
up a little painting, and I found that God likes to spend time with me there.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Anything else you want to add about this weekend or?
I'm really looking forward to the downtime and spending time with some really powerful women. And I'm really looking forward to that. And maybe looking at where they are, where they've been, and maybe gleaning a little bit off of their lives to see where I should be.
I love that. I love that. Well, thank
Absolutely.
you so much.
No, thank you. Love talking to you again.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
So you heard that the empower. It's all back. You see these people back here. They're excited and they're pumped up and they're ready for the workshop to get started. So, and Lynn is one of our happy, happy attendees. Yes, you want to come?
Oh my
Okay, we
gosh,
got somebody
absolutely.
else. All
Let me
right.
get out of the way and make room for Millicent.
Woohoo.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We love it.
Yes.
Come on. Have a seat.
Oh my God! Now I got her to myself.
I was just sitting over there just watching you do your thing.
Oh, thank
at
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. If you don't know, this is the most incredible person in the world.
I don't know about all that. It takes an incredible person to know an incredible person. So they
Oh, see, she always knows what to
birds
say.
of a feather. We
Yes, yes.
come together,
Yes,
right?
tell us a little bit about yourself.
What would you like to know?
Well, I mean, what would you like the people to know?
Well, I'm a Jesus girl, so first and foremost, and I do whatever I can to serve and honor Him. And I'm married to my groom of almost 29 years in April. So, and then I'm a mama to three children, and they're all, doing their own thing. And I'm a brand new grandma. Very first time I've got a grandson, so of course he's pretty great. So then
He's
for
so adorable.
oh my gosh, I just want to yes. And then, so I'm a nurse by profession. So I take care of people who have cancer, breast cancer, not breast cancer navigator.
You have the spirit for that. You're so comforting.
Thank you.
I am not like playing when I say that you are so magnificent. And it's
Well,
funny how your
love
name is
you.
so close to magnificent. You can get those mixed up, you know what I'm saying? So what things are you looking forward to in the conference?
Spending time with you guys. This is just awesome to be able to see just you guys in your element and be interviewed by you. Like, I don't know what you're doing interviewing me. My goodness gracious. But then just to be filled by the Holy Spirit,
I
to
love
just have some time away from the grind and just to be able to get away and just have some moments. So yeah,
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So what does it mean to you to empower?
to empower.
Yes.
I think to empower is to come alongside people to be the best that they can be through the power of the Holy Spirit. And so you have to be filled, your cup has to be filled to pour out into others.
I love it.
So
Because if you're empty, like,
you can't fill from an empty well.
you can try.
You can
Nothing's
try.
gonna Come out at all. Come out at all.
Yeah,
So I don't know if. Yes, let's talk about it. We have the Great Banquet coming up, right?
we do.
Yes.
And if you guys have not been to the Great Banquet, there is room for you. That is at Connection Point in Brownsburg. Renita,
Yeah,
she went
contact
there.
me.
This is how we've met one another.
Yes.
So you need to go there. And that is the last weekend in April.
Yes, I'm
So-
excited.
And she's on team and I'm on team and we're both on team and you can come see us be on team.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm super excited about
Absolutely,
that. Super
yes.
excited about that. Any particular workshops you looking forward to?
All of them.
Okay.
Are you teaching one?
No, I'm media.
Stop it.
I am media the whole
What?
time.
Okay,
Yes.
well.
I don't know if you've noticed, I freeze up in public. Okay, I know this is not a good example of that, but I freeze up in public. I tell my viewers all the time, I have a fear of public speaking. No one believes me. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I think I talk a little backwards, and so I always feel like people wouldn't understand what I'm saying. Like I don't articulate or get the message across like I mean to.
When the Holy Spirit hops in.
That is true.
He takes care of all that.
That's true. Because I thought about Moses. Like he had a stutter, right?
And he obviously did pretty great things.
Right. So
What is the expression? He doesn't call the equipped, he equips the called.
yes, touche.
So,
Yeah,
I think all we have to do is be willing to open our mouth, put the words in.
that's true. Well, you helped me out when I was saying about when I had prayed one time and I felt like
Yes.
choked up, and you were like, "It's just a conversation."
It's just a kind. You're talking to him just like we're talking with one another, and you all.
Yes,
So
yes.
It's just a conversation.
Prayer is not. We complicate Christianity.
Oh,
I don't think it's that deep. It's deep, but it's not deep. If I'm making sense, you
well,
know.
it's no different than, he wants a relationship with us, just like we have earthly relationships, right? And so how do those develop? With time and communication, right?
Yeah.
And if we wanted to have a relationship with one another and we never had a conversation, that wouldn't be much of a relationship or
No,
time,
that's
right?
true.
And those two elements are things that we have to have, and that's all he wants from us,
Right.
is time and.
But I kind of feel people who struggle in like earthly relationships might
Yeah.
struggle with a godly relationship, or it's portrayed that it has to be this deep kumbaya and God like shine bushes and stuff. It's not that.
Right.
It's just a conversation. Like Lord, I just can't today.
I just can't today. And there's been times, seriously, do you have time for a short story?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you know, I'm an oncology nurse and I was taking care of some patients at the time. One patient in particular, I was driving into work and I did not want to go, like at all. And so I was reading a book called Forgotten God. Have you ever heard of it by Francis Chan? And so Forgotten God talks about how we talk to Jesus and we talk to God, but we forget about the power of the Holy Spirit. And if we have Jesus in us, then we have the Holy Spirit in us. And that's the same power that raised Jesus from the dead. So anyway, so I was driving into work and I did not want to go. And I was just like, no, Lord, you're going to have to make yourself evident. And because I just don't want to serve people today, right? And I'm sure Jesus, he was like that too. He had to have been, right?
Yeah.
He grew weary,
He
right?
did. Well,
And he even got in a boat and went away for a little while to have some time with his father, right?
Right, but when his cousin died, that's in the same chapter he did the Sermon on the Mount. He was by himself. That whole Jesus wept that people joke about.
Yep.
After that, Jesus wept. Somebody came to him, and he ended up going to the mountain. That's the fish and stuff like that. But people never talk about that moment of he was really down. He needed time to himself, and he got out of himself and went about his business.
Went back and filled himself. That's what we're
Yes,
just talking about.
yes.
But anyway, so I showed up to work, and the Lord, long story, but he just speaks to me in double numbers. So I'll just leave it that. And so I went to work, and so I was taking care of a lady, and she had a loved one with her, and she just kept staring at me. I was like, this is really awkward, where you're just like wondering, like, am I fully like bra strap showing, or, you know, like something's going on. And she looked at me and she said, "I'm so sorry." She goes, "I've been staring at you." And I said, "Yeah, you have." And she goes, "You have the Holy Spirit all over you. All over you." And so part of the process of hanging chemotherapy, 'cause that's what I used to do as an infusion nurse, is you had to ask for the name and date of birth. And so she gave me her name, and her date of birth was 11/11/55. It was the Lord's confirmation that He was using me in that moment.
Wow.
But then to have that, and so I just think that, you know, sometimes you just have to tap into what resides in us when we have accepted Jesus, right?
Yeah.
And that is the power of the Holy Spirit that can move mountains.
I love that.
We just have to be obedient.
Right, and I love that because I feel like as humans, we naturally look outside ourselves when God has hid everything in there. He did that for safekeeping.
Absolutely. Absolutely, because He loves us so much.
Yes,
So
I love that. Millicent, that is my other half. That's
It
my
is.
husband. This
Hi,
is the
husband.
most magnificent person ever, babe.
I'm just going to take her home with me just to build me up all the time. I think she's pretty magnificent. Yes, he agrees too. Yeah, what is his name?
Derek.
Derek.
I'm sorry, I'm getting on that.
Nice to meet you, Derek. I'm Millicent. Millicent. Yep. Nice to meet you. Very good.
Yes. So, anything else you want to add before we?
No, I just think you're pretty great.
Oh, I think you are too. I love you, friend.
This is pretty great.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
still gonna sneak in your room.
Oh, you can sneak in my room just to know where I'm at first, but you can sneak in. I know you will. Bye,
All
everyone.
right, bye, everyone. We could keep going. Yeah, we could take one. So we'll be right back. I'm gonna leave this playing for a minute, but I'm gonna mute the I wish I had some music I could play during the time that I'm off. Come on, let's take a seat. I'm forcing her, but it's still lovely, Alyssa. Hey everyone, I've been muted for like 5 minutes, so. So how are you doing?
Good, good. I'm excited.
Good. What are you looking forward to?
Loosing.
Mm.
You know, I'm like 1 year finalized divorce, but split for 2 fully, and then just like being a single parent and like all these things that come with it, and all the hurt that even the kids had from us.
Yeah.
And working through that, it's like it still has a hold on me to some degree. You know, I'm not where I was, but so I love things like this. So I can come and just
Nice. I love that. I love that you mentioned the point of the hurt that you inadvertently did with your kids because they're around. Even though we think they don't see things, they see things
everything.
and they're affected by that. So I love that even you acknowledge that, like working on their healing. Because everyone's involved. It's a family.
Hurt people hurt people.
Exactly. Exactly. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, so I know the owner of Empower for 10 years now, just over 10 years, because I was pregnant with an almost 10-year-old. So we worked together, and then she became my daycare provider and has been for 7 years, I think.
Nice.
Maybe 5. Maybe 5 years, yeah.
Okay.
For my 6-year-old, yeah. She was not 1 yet. But I love it. Love it all the way around. I love this stuff. And, you know, she was telling me the other day, she was like, think back 3 years ago, where were you? Because 3 years ago, I was still married.
Right.
And then I just thought about, like, our history and where she was when I met her and where I was. And just like how we both have grown, knowing each other 10 years, like it's amazing. It's beautiful.
It is. Because you know what? You're not the same person you were yesterday, today. We're constantly evolving.
Right.
It's small, but it's gargantuan at the same time.
It really is.
Yeah.
'Cause 10 years, people think it's a long time. Looking back, it's not long.
No.
But when you look back at the growth,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I love that. So what does it mean to empower?
Oh. To give the information to help heal and lift up each other and encourage each other.
I love that. I love that.
Under Christ.
Yeah, I love that. That's important. That's important because if you're going off your own fruition, you might help somebody like jump in the lake. You ever just pick certain people to call for advice because you know it's not going to be a God-like advice, so when you don't want to be.
Right.
God's like, let me call her because she'll let me do what I want to do.
Right. Right.
So it's always important to call somebody Christ-like when you're not feeling that way.
Yeah.
Because somebody could push you over the edge, or you have that friend that's like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Right. When even working together, you know, dropping the kids off at daycare, she's not there every day, but she's there on the right days, you know, and she just knows me, so she's like.
She is very good for that. Very intuitive. Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay. Well, thank
you.
you so much.
So excited for this weekend.
Yes, me too. Me too. And you can still come down here. It's located at the Hampton Inn, 505 South Street, Lafayette, Indiana. So we're just gonna chat because I don't have anyone over here. Unless my husband. You want to come over here? Just know that he's smiling. All right. So yeah, we're just all right. So we're just going to just sit here for a minute and see if somebody will walk over there, and I'm gonna mute for a second. Okay, until we can get some more people, we'll be right. I'm gonna just cut it off, and we'll be right back in an hour.